Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are, I believe, in the final day. No, wait, we gotta investigate. The final investigation day for the strange case of prosecutor murder. All roads lead to Edgeworth. Let's begin, shall we? Oh, wait. I'm gonna need one of these today. Yummy. All right. Yes, new emotes. There they are. From Dan. Dan the man who has the action plan. Those were a lovely birthday gift that he did. He also did this one too. Oh, just for a second. This one right here. I need to integrate that into our little sub announcement, whatever, all that fun jazz. But anyway, I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. I don't remember what your sister said. Oh, I guess this is what she said.
Drastic crime requires drastic...
Oh, yeah, that's right. They fibbed on the evidence, and everyone freaked the fuck out.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
Oh, they fabricated evidence! I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. How you doing, Otta? Poco, Sal, Moon, Space, Puka, I think the Lurkers? Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Huh! He tried to kill you! Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you? Yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. So tell me more. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. What's up, guys? What's up, Ender? How you boys doing? We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Always a weird thunderstorm. Put that thunderstorm on the stand. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. How much you want to bet they were framing Marshall and he was just trying to defend himself from these fucking crazy people? Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I could still see it now. A permanent picture? What is that supposed to mean? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why why she made up the crime.
Bum, bum, bum.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth! Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault.
All roads lead to Edgeworth.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred? Stop giving breadcrumbs to the totem. The totem's deactivated. You're not supposed to do that. Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. You got a dwarf hamster now? That's adorable. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. Make sure you give it lots of love and spruce juice. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Ah, poor Emma. You must have been through so much. She got some big old boots. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Here, let me draw the picture of that she made. Okay, so this was, this Batman, he got knife. Oh, wait, no, wait. He was going, the guy going, no! They go, oh! No! And the lightning strike. That's what she saw, and that's what she drew. All right, done. There's your art time. Art time done. No more. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crimes with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. Well, after she forged evidence, she should probably have been disbarred. So I guess you wouldn't have that problem ever. Have I thought about a career in forensic artist? No. Forensic investigator, yes, absolutely. Artist, no. No. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? Oh, that's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. This guy, it's just like his sushi knife or something, and he's just like a wandering sushi chef, and he's like the most amazing chef ever. And they just are like, hey, let's get this guy. He looks kind of scary. And just like, oh, no, what's going on? Leave me alone. You're the serial killer. No! He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? Wait, why was the okay, yes, right, because Edgeworth was the prosecutor, so she forged the evidence for Edgeworth. That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Wow, what a promotion. Lana used to be a detective. I'd better have another talk with her. Very sus, I agree. Very, very sus. Hello, Lana. Lana.
Mr. Wright, it seems I kept causing you trouble.
Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we?
'Cause you're supposed to be the law! You sussy bussy! But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana! Emma told me about you.
Oh?
About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs?
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
Also, tell me about those medals you got there. You got a shield, a sword, and a badge. Lana gets paid only if people are found guilty. I don't get paid if people are found innocent. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever been paid. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well.
Oh, okay.
Though I don't expect that much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? How convenient! Ooh, the data gets expunged every day. Ooh, after 6 hours, the VHS tapes get erased. Ooh, the data was missing. A lot of coincidences happen around this certain office, doesn't it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
Well, I just made my own truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand! Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I wonder if, like, Phoenix Wright is the state-appointed attorney, so he just gets money from the city in Japanifornia. That's how he stays in business, and that's how he gets these weird fucking cases too. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
Well, maybe he does like some defending on the side, a side defense that we don't get to see. It's just the stories like this we get to see. Maybe he's like defending, I don't know. He didn't work for 2 months. That's what he wants you to think. He was working on the side. Maybe he was like putting together like what are those little cars, the racetrack cars, the little ones, the handheld ones. I played a lot of Yakuza ones. I forget what they're called. And he's just betting on them all day. He's got a problem. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gaunt cracked together. Man, I want to play. I got a Kiwami. I need to play that. Chief Gaunt.
He was the deputy chief of the police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
Florida man. Yeah, Phoenix Wright, the Florida man. Ah, it's not Japanifornia, it's Japanaordia. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. That seems very sus. Emma really idolizes her big sister. Oh, Sal, you're filling my totem up so much. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? Flipan. Yo, we're in Flipan. That's a good one.
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was
to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use the experience in court, right?
Gant helped in the SL9 case was crucial to this resolution.
Yo, slow down, Sal. The totem's gonna burst, dude. Oh, it's gonna go. It's just gonna.
After that, he became chief of police, then arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Flap-an or Flapan? Flapan. It flows better. Now, I guess that would explain all of the crazy shit that happens. It's Florida man. Flapan. No sneeze.
2 years ago, I was second in command in the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
They even had the same office!
We led a team of the best detectives on the force.
What's up, Captain? How you doing?
Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Yeah, dude, I love this voice so much. It's my favorite. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence.
If you knew for sure it was him, why were you desperate for evidence?
That was when that was when his final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. Or was he?
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to
the office shared.
The office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
Didn't ask. Can we bring back Von Karma? No, Von Karma has been indisposed of. He probably had a heart attack and died. Sorry. So he's gone forever. I'm sorry. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana?
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Doc.
Ooh, sippies. Thank you, Dyer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm in jail. No honey for me. No honey for me.
I can't. What is that? Like,
no honey for me. There. Oh,
it's like my voice is cracking, but it's like cracking lower.
no honey for me.
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
Why is it stabbed in his back when he was holding him? 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the
suspect Joe Doc. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Doc had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. I don't know if it actually works without the game running. Should be interesting to pick up.
After that, I placed Doc on immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in this SL9 incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm?
I don't buy it. Ooh, get her, Phoenix. Get her! Get her! What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Ooh, what are you gonna say about that?
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
Well, actually, it did end for Joe Dark. I'm just saying, the case was closed and you executed him. That seems pretty, the case, life was closed there. That case just might not be over yet. Oh! Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police station, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office.
Hey, what's up, kid? Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Save just a little fucky-wucky. I'm glad Phoenix called him out on it. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems to be the same, though. Why don't we go look some other people to talk to? Right, we can come back here later. Sal, stop! My totem's gonna burst! No!
Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Yo, he's got a pet cactus.
Just over the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know it won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why'd you do it?
Why the prosecutors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
Something was fishy about the trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? Yeah, where's the tip? Who'd he break his tip off in? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. How you doing, human? Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. Human! I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the... King of Prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years had gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in the case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was, taken care of. Oh. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would have get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean, Damon Gant and Lana Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Sky. Something smells fishy. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. Well, after the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant was the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me what happened to my sister! What sandwiches are you making, human? Give me some! Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Cheesy sausage toast! Yummy! But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Yo, did he just pop? Did anyone else hear that? He went...
Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator.
That wasn't me. That was the game. He popped. He seriously went...
Adios, Bambina.
What? Why did that happen? Is Miss Star going to be down here? That was his little... Yeah, it was his little flask, but that's the first time it's ever done that. No one's here. Not even Miss Star. I guess that answers my question. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
Slide. He never did make it to the questioning. He fell into a manhole shortly after talking to me. Prosecutor's office. Edgeworth, where are you? Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll just have to come back later. Edgeworth! This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. Well, that must mean everyone's busy solving crime. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. Yeah, with the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do, about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Yeah, just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator up to the top floor. Really? You mean it? It's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. That's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Well, all right, here we go. What the fuck? Yo, dude, this guy is fucking evil. I have not seen a more evil room. This is like fucking Dracula. Simon Belmont meets Dracula for the first time. This is a Disney villain lair. Exactly. Whoa! Where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out the pipe organ! That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Play it, play it, play it. I dare you. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me. Yes! I never could remember where C was. I'm changing his voice. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant! I gotta make him sound more, evil. He put that paper on his... He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh, so he was here the whole time. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forced evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies.
It's really hard to hear with all this fucking music going on!
See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our works together.
Something's not right with this picture. Yeah, there's a sword now. With a tip broken off. Wait a second. Also, there's a spear here. What if Marshall fell back on this spear and the forging of evidence after he fell off the spear, Lana just put the knife in it. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, but I bet he fell on this or something. So many pointy objects. Canteen picture added to the court record. Does anyone want to kiss? Yeah, let's do it, Moon, right here, right now.
Oh, anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. Oh, I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Oh, that's right, human. My silly little cow. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Apple, stop!
No.
Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with it. It seems that case isn't over with it. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. Whee!
Oh, my silly little cow. I will never stop.
What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us to go looking around in there. No, maybe it's because it's his office. You don't want to be rummaging through it. I mean, I would feel the same way. It's like, I guess, like turning on your computer and just, leaving it on when you have a party in your house. I ain't gonna fucking do that. I'm putting that computer on lock. I'm locking my office. You don't just leave your personal effects out for people just to be like, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? What's this? You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Oh, breaking and entering. Yeah, nice. Let's just walk in. Let's see if Edgeworth is here. Edgeworth, what are you doing? It's nothing. Yeah, there's no sword on this. See you later, beeped. Is Gumshoe gonna help us? I say the name and there he is.
Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
Yeah, I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt. My feet hurt. I don't know where I am. I could be at home watching TV.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Like he could afford a TV, that's true.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why'd you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle between you two in court.
That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? Yeah, it's all because of your sister. You should feel bad.
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago.
Battles in court and in bed. Oh, whoa!
Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes! Oh, yike-a-rooney.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she?
Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him? I don't know, chat. What do you think about Edgeworth? Do you hate or love Edgeworth? Type now in the chat.
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
He's 6 out of 10 mixed.
Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work!
Yeah, sure.
Hey, let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat!
Yeah, sure.
You gotta take me back to the joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir.
Seems you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, what did you find? Did you find out anything?
The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack, you mean?
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
What if Prosecutor Marshall was actually the one who did it all? I think it's Goodman. I think Goodman, somehow, some way, I think he was the serial killer. I just think with this game's logic, you don't suspect someone named Goodman. Goodman? No, I don't think he's Goodman. I think he's Badman.
Me?
And I guess that would maybe be the reason why Lana freaked out and stabbed him or something so far that we know of. Because he's like, hey, you know all those killers? Yeah, all those killings? Yeah, that was me. Ha! Tricked you guys! Yeah, this guy's playing Free Cell in the background. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Perfect. Let's do that right now, before I forget. About this.
Hey, is that...
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 Incident. I'm just carrying this around with me. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
Well, what are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. No, it's actually right here. It's got the little fucking clip on it too.
That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. See, this is Edgeworth's knife. And then this is the murder weapon. See, he's got the little clip right there. Why the fuck was it inside of him?
Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman? What made him take to serial killering? Serial killering?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
Oh, that's such bullshit.
Oh yeah, he hit someone with his car and he got out and he saw the blood just dripping off his fender and something just ripped inside of him and he just freaked out and he's just like, I actually like this killing thing. Ah!
And then he just started killing everyone. Yeah, okay.
He killed a man that witnessed the accident, and then he killed the kid that walked by, so then he killed him too, and that's when he was burying a jogger came to the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned, what the fuck?
This is, okay, so he hit someone with his car, he killed the witness, he killed the kids that showed up, he killed a jogger that came onto the scene. Are you kidding me? Yo, Gumshoe, that better be in the report or I'm gonna be upset at you. Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Yeah, of course, this is all just conjecture.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in?
Yeah, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim.
Yo, I'm telling you, this was an innocent guy that they killed.
Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot.
What if it turns out like this Joe Dark was like the businessman and he found he was like auditing the police department and he found Gant's fucking organ and it was like, hey, this isn't company money you're spending, right? So then Gant was like, oh, we need to kill this one. And Lana's just like,
yes, I agree. He found out our private organ. We need to kill him. We used company money to buy this. It was not for the company.
So they just had him killed just because he found out that they were fucking smuggling money to buy pipe organs.
It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness, aka Emma. All the money's inside the pipes. Every single dollar bill, or damn it, what Fapan? All this Fapan money, they're just stuffed inside each pipe. Millions of dollars worth. Emma was the witness, but she only saw the flash of light, the lights went out, and then Lana ran into the room. Yen? They don't use yen in Fapan. They use, dolans. They use dolans. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
That just means it was shoddily built. You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
deep inside Marshall's brother's butt. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Did it match Dark's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was found in the wound. How was he stabbed in the back when he was holding him by his collar, facing him? They were face to face.
That don't make no sense. Things aren't adding up. Something fucky wucky's going on.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant.
It's not money. Ah, see, you know, it goes back to money. But it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What, really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
A breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh.
Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
But damn, that's pretty damn quick. Just get Marshall's.
Oh.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. Just talk to Marshall. Marshall would absolutely let you do it. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. What can we show Detective Gumshoe? This? No. This? Hey, look.
About that jar, I think I've seen it somewhere before.
Somewhere.
Maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives.
This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy.
Yeah, like, look at the base. It's so tiny.
It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
Oh. Chief Gant.
Where could I have seen that before?
Alright, well, I got nothing out of that, except this was in, Chief Gant's office. Let's see here. Oh, nope. This guy almost made us lose the case today.
What are you talking about? He was gone in the bloodstain on the evidence locker with his life. That's more than you could say about most officers nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of the Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course he was.
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten. Oh, can I inspect this? No. Yeah, I'm assuming the big thing about this one is that you see this, is that it was a sword. And then this piece right here. Why is she standing behind this? Why is this here? Why is a suit of armor here? With this very scary fucking spear pointed at Marshall. Oh. The jar? You're right. It is the jar.
It all makes sense.
I just have to show him everything.
I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, the serial killer was on the loose.
But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dart guilty.
Sal, stop! The totem can't take any more!
Found a Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean it!
Yeah, I already did that one.
This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary.
It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe.
I forgot my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that?
I think I'll stay out of this conversation. This? Maybe?
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yeah, there's only one number left to investigate at 420. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive office number. Ooh, this might be it.
7777777.
That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer, huh? I just might have a hunch. So we know it was him.
Oh, lost item report, huh?
It's 7 sevens. Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Yeah, probably because he fills out like 50 of them a day.
Well, I am a master of this misplacement, you know.
Master, that has such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold onto any evidence.
Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
He did what? All I have is some flour.
Are you okay, Detective?
Quick, run! If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint.
Why am I not comforted?
Hey, I just brought some of that stuff. I just bought some of that stuff.
Oh my god, he got he got hand sanitizer.
Now I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Oh, it's hair tonic. Base height? Hey, let me see that. Looming tall, new and improved growth formula. Oh wait, no, it's like snake oil to go from 5'11" to 6 foot.
You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. Wait a second! Gumshoe! He's standing tall in other ways!
So that's why the lady at the counter had the smirk on her face.
Yep. Okay, that's yep. Yep, you can flosh at that. It is absolutely that. Okay. About this. Alright, we got that.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Wait. How old is Gumshoe? That'd be funny if he's like 21 or something like that. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge, enough said.
Yo, dude. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Shit, I don't know what to present to him. I think I presented everything, didn't I? I mean, it might be guide time. I need to figure out what to give to Gumshoe to get an ID. I showed him the photo of the office. He didn't really say anything about it. Yeah, it's just nothing. I need to unlock the next totem. No! That's supposed to be, it's disabled. How are you still doing that? It's like completely uninstalled. Quit hacking the system. All right. Let me go see if Edgeworth is there. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Aha, we got it. Thank you, Space. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! He looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
Oh, I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
Oh. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Hang on a second, let me just grab this real quick. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him, I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth! Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
Yeah, I mean... He didn't even look. What? Letter of... Why is he smirking like that? Why is he doing this?
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done, and no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Okay, bye, Edgeworth! I got what I needed!
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do, Eric. Nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office once share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuse I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Excuse me. I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why has it come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. Oh. Oh. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Oh, you tsundere. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on a trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seemed strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this.
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Oh, that's the screwdriver used for the Demon Core.
Yes, there was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to.
That's right.
Okay, bye, Edgeworth. Miss Starr? Excuse me. Yup. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Oh, fuck yeah! Gimme! Miss Starr! I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple and to discover milk. I'm pretty sure they probably saw the calf suck on the nipple. What a weird thing to say. Milkies? Milky? Milkies. Milkies. And still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was. Due for transferal, this can't be all attributed to mere coincidence.
Whoa, mama.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw.
Hoo-ha!
Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Starr's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Yo, can I get that roast beef now, please? Can I get the roast beef? Roast beef? Milk? Miss Milk? I mean, Miss Milk? Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister! The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean, with the forging of the evidence? But don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism, in particular, was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how can he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Can I get that roast beef now, please? Please? Roast beef. Milk? I mean, beef? That's Miss Starr. She was one of the detectives for the serial killer case. And herself and Marshall was relieved of duty. Goodman stayed on the force. And that's that. She was also a witness, like, on the first day that saw Lana stab Goodman, supposedly. Wait, where's Gumshoe? Gumshoe! Gumshoe! Where's Gumshoe at? That man must be the chief of detectives. He's staring at the screen so hard it might shatter.
What? Police department makes fatal error. What did I do? Quick! Someone bring me the classifieds! Help wanted section!
So much for duty. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
I got it. I'm the culprit. Very clever indeed. Who would have thought of multiple personalities? I don't see how else he could have done it. I guess it's time to have my head checked.
I think it's a way past time for that. Lana, look what you did! Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. He really wrote a resignation letter. Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world.
Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits.
Well, not everyone sees it that way. To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. That's one tough grown-up world here. Yeah, Edgeworth signs as Mill. Or I guess that'd be a J. J-N-I-L.
Where the fuck is Gumshoe?
I guess let's try to present his own thing at him. Yep, the same. This picture was hanging on the wall of Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Oh, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor trophy looked like until 2 years ago.
There's
a story behind its design.
a story. It sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
No. It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
You've been playing AAI recently thanks to me? Ah! Ah! You're welcome. Show my best evidence. Alright, here you go.
Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case.
Gumshoe's not there! He's gone! Whee! He wandered off! Gumshoe, come back! He's there? Where? Is he like under a desk or something? Gumshoe! Gumshoe? Computers and files. Gumshoe? Gumshoe? Please mascot. Yep, Blue Badger. I can't go inside the office either. There's just nothing. What am I missing? Eee! I just want a court. Chief Gant gave this to you that day, didn't he? He asked you to bring it here for the police department.
The chief is a very competent man, but sometimes he does things that don't make any sense. At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense.
A certain detective comes to mind. Can I find him now? Yeah, talk to Star, everything. He's not there. I don't like this about this game. Having to figure out what button to press to move advance the story. I didn't break it! I didn't do it! It wasn't me! Oh, I got it.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I found it. It was this.
Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Ah!
Phoenix, please. It's the unstoppable force and immovable object.
Those claims contradict each other!
Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items.
Wow.
The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion.
It's probably more likely that the emperor decided to kill the merchant selling lies.
Even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you given only a shield?
You have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. Aha! Now, why was that, unless it had something to do with a murder? Well, well, well! Yes! Gumshoe!
Hell, you're back!
You're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I guess the good thing is you can just put the paper in and hit 150 and then leave.
Yeah, I gotta admit your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. I know exactly what to show him. His little edgy wedgie is trying to leave. He can't have that.
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? What? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious.
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Oh, detective.
That's it. You made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card.
we can't do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Yeah, look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, detective. Thank you. Wow. What's his number? Detective Gumshoe isn't very photogenic, is he? Whatever you do, just don't say that to his face. Look, his eyes are half shut. Yeah, and his mouth is half open. Hey! Each of his shirt buttons is off a notch. And he's got the narrow end of his tie in front. Hey! No, he doesn't. I think this goes beyond being a photogenic issue. Wow, rude. I wonder what this says. I see police department. I see it 300%. Bullet point. Look how photogenic he is. Lies and slander. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Safe right there. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Aye!
Yeah!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what's the point of you giving us the ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Okay.
Hey, don't do that to my card.
Why'd you crush it? That reminds me of the, the fuck was that? What is that meme called? I really feel like that might be a reference to this. The Card Crusher. There. I'll show you. It's an old meme, but it's still a meme. Let's see here. Where's my YouTube? There it is.
テレビ東京のアナウンス部にいらっしゃるんですね。
そうなんです。アナウンサーのお仕事。
Yep. That's it. Yeah, that's an old one. Yeah, it's called Card Crusher. And there is a lot of comics depicting that.
I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I've got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk.
No one except the Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Oh, you wanna bet? I got some spray for that.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Okay, now then let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy.
What is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that.
Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet.
There you go, ignoring me again.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's spray some stuff down. Court record. Oh no. No. There we go. Aha! Big pool of blood. Whoa, this area must have been covered in blood. Is this from that incident? It must be, when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. They don't clean the floors very well. Alright, so I think that might be it. Yeah, if it was actually cleaned, like cleaned, it would absolutely get washed away. Harsh chemicals like bleach would absolutely just get rid of it. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons.
Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone to this room? I knew it! It was all embezzlement!
Joe Dark was the taxer, the auditor, and they had him killed because he found all their embezzled money. What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Yo, Emma! Taxation is theft. You don't have any taxes to pay.
Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak.
Tax evasion, Emma! I don't think he'd fit in there.
And even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Sippies, thank you.
Emma avoids paying taxes while investigating crime scenes. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier...
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading on his desk. Oh, I wonder what he was reading.
Yeah, this looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence?
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case number.
Huh? SL9? I wonder what he's doing here.
Oh, come here, Moon. Just a little bit, please.
Hold on, Detective. What did you just say?
I said I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-sized list of evidence.
Oh, the list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
I don't know, I'm being told to continue, I'm being told to cease, I don't know. What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case!
It would appear so. Let's take a look at that. What? This is just a relay race gone wrong. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I better not forget about this picture.
Look at this stick I found!
Oh, it's really cool!
Yes!
Look at the size of the desk. What will this list be doing here? We better take that. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here?
No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of her partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime?
Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside.
This is the 15th floor.
I know, I was just saying.
Saying what?
Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window. When he gets fired.
Don't say that!
Damn, dude. Damn, Phoenix! These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey!
This is when Lana and I went to the theme park. Oh, I thought it was like a flower or something.
Yeah, the chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears.
So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected?
Oh wait, yeah. He never listened to anyone anyway.
That's beside the point. This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's
gonna be 77777. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Got it! Bingo! What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
7777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
You mean 7777777, that ID number?
I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing, that Chief's Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah. Things are getting interesting.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look! It's
a shard from a broken cup.
Uh-huh! This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here, too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
It's got fingerprints all over it.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Ah, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now.
Piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on! There's got to be something we can show the detective. I mean, come on. Well, let's see here. Can I do... Well, I have to do this first. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
I remember that when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Was in this jar a piece of the evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? Looks like someone wrote on it, too.
You mean this one? That was in the safe?
Yeah, that one. That was in the safe. Come on, Gumshoe. Come on, yes! Yes! Look at him! He's just, yes!
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what your rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue. Oh, we're just carrying this around with us, too. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes.
Rotate. No, rotate. Yes.
There. It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this safe, this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But,
Hey, God, get a load of this.
what is it?
This piece you just attached. It's different from the others.
It's got a face on it. There's a reddish line on it. Look, it's a face going. "Urgh." That's blood!
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
Unstable jar updated in the court records. Is the piece of cloth here? No? Let's present the, this to him. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
You want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
All right, go to town, sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints that we want to take.
Huh?
Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. That's the one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
All right, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. All right, let's get this over with. All right, ready, chat? We're gonna blow.
Here we go.
Give it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. All right, let's try a different finger. All right, when I say blow, get ready to blow. And blow. We need to blow some more. A little more. Aha! All right, let's see here. There it is. It's Emma's. How could this be? Well, maybe she like grabbed Gant's like shirt or something and ripped it off. But it was a piece of leather? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match! Whose fingerprints are they? It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Hey, you over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Why? Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
Oh, it's a piece of cloth. So maybe, maybe it is part of his, I don't know, it's not ripped though. Maybe it's like a cleaning cloth or something. Shit.
Well, was I any help?
Of course! Thanks to your ID card that I crumpled, we were able to get some hard evidence. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You in the coat.
Chief Gant!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run into a pole. Then I just thought of a certain detective.
Do you mean me, sir?
Now then, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave.
Oh, yes, sir. So sorry.
Oh, you in the coat.
Me, sir?
Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore.
But sir...
Now get out.
Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way too then.
Wait, you with the spiky hair. The one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like to have a word with you.
But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Mr. Wright!
Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew I'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
Just wanted to see if there was a card crusher for Ace Attorney. There isn't. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted that you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
Damon Gant. Well, Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
Oh, let's see here. We got a little bit, where's that? There it is. Hey, check this out. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details. I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken. And I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with the other knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well.
And then?
She saw me just plunge the knife in.
So he was already dead.
Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was evident in the Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
Yeah, see, it's right there. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about it.
That would explain why Emma was so confident. About Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade on his own.
Oh, you mean,
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seemed he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
I like how she's like spinning in her chair. She just spins around and around.
But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as defense attorney and an investigator.
She just keeps spinning.
Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Next time on Ace Attorney. Final day, the trial former. But, my friends, Apple needs to rest his voice, because that's a lot of gumshoe, and that's a lot of Lana, and my voice is starting to get hoarse. So next time, we will finish Rise from the Ashes. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Stay well. And bye-bye for now.